live, and on your side. This is KTBS 3 First News.
Good freezing Friday morning. It is February 21st, 6 a.m. and a brand new hour of First News. I'm Nate Fluharty.
And I'm Shannon Brinius. Thank you for joining us this morning. We start with this story. Shreveport firefighters are investigating what caused a deadly house fire. It happened just before 7 last night. This was in the 7500 block of MacArthur Drive. 8 fire units and about 24 firefighters showed up to help put out the flames. One person was able to get out of the burning house, but one person was found dead inside. This marks the second fire death in the city of Shreveport for the year.
Well, a series of vacant house fires in the Highland neighborhood has prompted residents to voice their concerns at a Caddo Parish Commission meeting held last night.
Madison Edwards has more from the meeting as the commission has passed an ordinance to help tackle blight, illegal entry into vacant homes, and arson.
I want everyone in the audience to know, you're here for a good reason. Thank you for being here.
The Caddo Commission meeting was filled with neighbors from the Highland community requesting the parish approve funds to help secure vacant homes and prevent squatting.
We have a significant squatter issue. It's a public health concern, and these properties really do need to be secured.
We had a dead body discovered in a property less than half a block from our house that was a squatter who had eventually killed himself, and it took weeks to have authorities actually come and enter that property and remove that body.
The commission approved an ordinance directing $100,000 to property standard enforcement.
I'm excited to have the support of the commission. I know that it's not going to do much because $100,000 is really just a drop in the bucket, as they said, but it's a token of support and acknowledgement of this issue and how it affects all of our residents in the city and in the parish.
The funds will be used to help nonprofits like the newly formed Revitalize Historic Highland purchase vacant property.
We operate as a revolving fund, so any money that comes in is going directly to restoring vacant, abandoned, and deteriorated properties.
The commission also passed an ordinance approving up to $1,200 for relocation assistance for impacted tenants that are living in the 3 Shreveport apartment complexes with the water disconnected. Remember, they only have water from 6 to 8 in the morning and 6 to 8 in the evening. Tenants will need to meet certain income requirements to apply for that assistance. We're going to stay on top of this story for those tenants. Well, let's get a check on our forecast as we get moving along on this Friday morning. Slow moving maybe because it is so cold outside. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, it is frigid, below freezing still. We're looking at record low lows this morning across the south and all the way up into the plains after that deep freeze we were put into earlier in the week. Right now, Broken Bow is looking, it looks like a beautiful view out there at Threes Tower Cam Live, but you probably wouldn't want to necessarily be boating this morning. The wind chill might be a little bit much, I would say. Temperatures across the area with mainly clear skies and just a few clouds strolling across some of those skies over the I-30 corridor. They are down there, 20s, low 20s in most areas, and that is cold enough for a little bit of, maybe a little bit of snow. They're getting a little bit out towards North Texas, and we could see a few flurries later this morning. It would just be flurries, and it would be kind of a passing little disturbance there. Temperatures across the Arklatex, we are 25 here, we are 21 in Minden. Out towards Texarkana, it's about 23, 22 Marshall. We've got 21 degrees there in Shelby County out towards Center. All right, so the day planner, we start with the low 20s. We reach where we were for highs yesterday in the mid 30s by lunchtime. So that's a good sign. That means that we're going to warm up a little bit more, and we do. Under partly to mostly cloudy skies at 4 p.m. we'll be in the low 40s, and then 8 o'clock tonight, lots of clouds as we dip down into the mid 30s. And for your Mardi Gras parade forecast, Crew of Centaur parade tomorrow, not too bad. We'll see some sunshine and temperatures reaching into the upper 40s and low 50s. I think by 5 p.m. we will start slipping back down into those upper 40s though. What about the rest of the weekend? What about next week? Are we looking at anything like what we had this go around? We'll check it out. Your 7-day at 6:13. Nate, Shannon.
Family and friends are gathering today to say goodbye to a DoorDash delivery driver who was shot and killed last week. Shreveport police say Christian Gann and a friend were delivering DoorDash orders near East Kings Highway and 70th Street when someone shot them both. His friend took off running, crashing the car. He was rushed to Auctioner LSU Hospital, where he later died. Friends are remembering Gant as a kind-hearted person.
He just had a quirky laugh about him, and he was always, even if he didn't have, if he was in a if he had a bad day, you couldn't tell he had a bad day. He was always in a great mood.
Gant leaves behind his mother and 2 sisters. Gant's wake is scheduled from 2 to 6 today at Jenkins Funeral Home in Mansfield. That's where his funeral will be held tomorrow at 2. If you would like to donate with the help of funeral expenses, there's a GoFundMe link on our website at ktbs.com.
Hundreds of students got a taste of what their futures might involve through a unique morning of mentoring. Junior Achievement hosted the event for high school students from around the region. Career professionals in fields ranging from law to law enforcement, food safety to food preparation all got a chance to share their stories and work with the youngsters on how to be professionals. The small group setting helped students to open up with questions on following career paths.
I want to be able to make an impact, like learn what y'all have taken from life and see if it can help me in, making my decisions and stuff that what I'm doing. Because I don't know if I want to do business or education, stuff like that. So what y'all have been through to me, your information, all that kind of stuff, I feel like would really help me making my decision.
I had a chance to offer insights on a career in broadcast journalism, for instance. Junior Achievement offers this event annually and is always seeking mentors to volunteer for their in-school programs. To find out more information, we have the link at ktbs.com.
And future's looking bright. Good story.
Great kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of great, the crew of Centaur, one of the best parades around. They're getting ready to roll for Mardi Gras season, and that parade is tomorrow.
The theme is Icons in Toyland, and Taylor Gibson joins us live with more on what we can expect from royalty floats, people riding on those parade floats. Hi, Taylor.
Hey everybody, how are we doing this morning? Look, we were able to find some warmth here in the Susie Ryan meeting room. Let's talk a little bit about this parade and this float loading party that we have over this next couple of days. I am with the Duke of Fun and Frolic. Let's talk a little bit about you personally though. For the people at home that are watching, why did you get into the crew of Centaur just for yourself?
I grew up being within the parade my entire life. So being a part of this is awesome. It was really a cool experience. My wife, Kayla, really pulled us into it a few years ago, and we've enjoyed it. So we hit a lot on the community and what we can do for the community, and volunteer efforts and things like that. So Centaur really opens that up a ton for us and gives us an opportunity to do a lot.
Now, speaking on that getting out, right? A lot of people that can't go to the parades. I know that you guys do and you work with a lot. Can you tell the people some of the events and the community stuff that you guys do outside of just Mardi Gras?
Yeah, so it's super unique. It's a really, really cool part of Centaur and kind of what we're doing as a whole this year. We only get to serve as Duke and Duchess once, King and Queen, same thing. So we have an opportunity to go and meet the elderly, kids, schools, things like that. So there's tons of different places that we can go and really talk about Centaur and what we bring to the table and what we do for our community.
Now, again, with all of these events going on through this weekend, if people want to participate, where should they go and why should they come to these events?
Right here tonight, 5 to 9 tonight at 351 Arrow Drive. We're going to be packed out here. We're going to have food trucks. There's going to be a lot going on. You can go to Centaur's Facebook page and really get a good list of the vendors and everybody that's going to be on site. We're going to be passing out tons of beads, all kinds of stuff. It's going to be a really good time.
And again, tomorrow the parade, 3:30, goes right through Clyde Fant. I mean, it's going to be a great time. I know the people back in the studio are going to make sure they want to come out, catch some beads. I know they're super excited. Nate, Shannon?
Taylor, fantastic. Thanks so much. And get ready for some possum Mardi Gras fun. Possum.
Yes.
At the Crew of Barkus and Meow Parade this Sunday at Louisiana Downs. The parade begins at 2 p.m. There will be vendors and nonprofits, some 36 or so, as well as food trucks and demonstrations by the Shreveport Canine Search and Rescue Crew.
And the Shreveport Rougarou getting ready for its first game of the 2025 season. The Rougarou, the newest professional indoor football team of the Port City, and they'll be going up against the Dallas Falcons at Hirsch tonight, the Hirsch Coliseum. Tickets get you in the door, of course. Good tickets are available, I should say. And kickoff is set for 7 p.m. Go get them, Rougarou. And for more on what's happening around the Arklatex, just hop on over to ktbs.com/what's happening.
Explain again, what is a Rougarou?
A Rougarou is like a Cajun werewolf.
Okay, that's
there
scary.
You go. Yeah, it
that's
is super
intimidating.
scary.
Fierce.
That mascot's wild too.
Right,
So.
thanks, Nate.
Yeah.
Well, time now is about 6:12. When we come back, another check of the forecast.
Yes, warmer days are ahead. Brian has the details on that. Plus, in today's Rick's Rewind, we're going to look back on a time of frozen pipes and frozen roadways. It was the big freeze of February 2021. We'll look back next.
All right, time now is right there around 6:13. Time for that Mega 3 Storm Team weather and traffic. We're going to start out looking at downtown Fort Worth. And if you look really close, you'll see why. They're getting a little bit of snow at this hour. There's another weak little wave that's passing through the atmosphere over there. They got cloudy skies this morning, and a few little flurries are showing up over there on that particular tower cam. And in fact, you can see it a lot better with our Willis Knighton Mega 3 Doppler radar. You can see some snow out towards Kaufman County over into Terrell. That is moving east towards us. We'll probably end up with a little bit of that out towards Mineola. maybe even over into Sulphur Springs, and that'll be spreading our way. So just remember, we'll probably watch for a little bit of that for the early morning hours. Some areas of maybe a little dusting or so, kind of like what we had yesterday morning. Otherwise, it'll just be partly cloudy across the Arklatex with increasing clouds through the late morning and into the afternoon. More snow over into Fort Worth, though. As you can see out here, we've got some snow just west of Fort Worth all the way down through Granbury and into Stephenville as well. So, yeah, we keep getting these little disturbances, but once the atmosphere starts to warm up a little bit, we won't be seeing so much of those. Around here, we just have fair skies right now. Temperatures in Shreveport, cold enough for snow, 25 degrees. Winds are northeast at about 13. And across the rest of the area and around the region, you can see that little stretch of snow out there in North Texas. That's going to be passing eastbound towards us. We also have another front up here into the Rockies. That's going to be rolling in. Fortunately, we're going to see our overnight temperatures warming up over the next couple of nights, so we don't have to chance getting any frozen precip by late weekend when we see our next chance of rain. At the moment, though, we'll just kind of watch those clouds and watch that little piece of snow move in from North Texas. That'll probably make its way over into Longview, out towards Gregg County. We'll probably see a little bit over into Henderson, and then it'll spread a little bit further east. It might dry out first, but it may very well move into our area. So right now we have temperatures low to mid-20s throughout the Arklatex with clouds moving in. This particular model is not necessarily picking up that disturbance, but we know it's out there, and it's going to move east for the early morning hours here. And then as we head into Saturday, looking a lot better. We'll have some sunshine during the day, temperatures warming up some, and then our next chance of rain rolls in late Saturday night and into Sunday. Some of that rainfall may make its way up towards the I-20 corridor. I think we'll see lighter amounts further north you live, but further south, heavier amounts, maybe a quarter to a half an inch may develop in some areas over at Toledo Bend. I-20 trace up to about a quarter, and then the I-30 corridor, probably just a trace of rain on Sunday. It's going to be kind of a gray day, a little bit damp out there, no severe weather expected, but hey, we do have this for you today. Temperatures reaching into the low 40s for highs. Overnight tonight, we'll drop back down into the 20s to low 30s, and then for tomorrow, we are back into the 50s. So we will continue to improve from there. Here's your 7-day forecast. By Sunday, 30% chance of rain, upper 50s. We'll have some 60s out there on Monday, 70s Tuesday with some sunshine, and just a slight chance of rain returning with a low 70s Wednesday. Nate, Shannon?
Well, it certainly has been a cold week in the Arklatex, and just about as cold as what we saw 4 years ago with the big freeze of February 2021.
Yeah, I wasn't here then, but it sounds bad. It sounded like it was bad.
Yeah.
It was one of the most brutal cold spells in local history, and this morning, Rick Rowe is taking us back, reminding us that warmer weather is just around the corner.
But folks, it is, you can see it right there. Look at the wind. That is the story. Snow and ice and wind.
All right, let's look out there, but we're going to delve a little bit further to the west first, way out there into Fort Worth, and that's where they have some snow this morning. You can see it on the tower cam here. That is downtown Fort Worth, and the snow is pretty light, but definitely it is showing up on that tower cam view there. So that is another little disturbance that's moving through, kind of like the one that we had was that yesterday? It's another little mini disturbance that's going to roll east towards us. And it's a beautiful thing to kind of watch there in the sky. And you can see right here on our radar, we've got some snow down towards southwest parts of Texas, and that's rolling towards the east and pretty much due east out towards Dallas, Fort Worth. Right now they are getting some of that snow in eastern Dallas County out towards western parts of Kaufman. That's moving towards the eastbound, probably 20 to maybe 30 miles per hour. And it is starting to expand a little bit too as it gets closer to us out towards Fort Worth. Heading over into Kennedale and Burleson, also out towards Cleburne. They're probably going to get a little bit of that. If you're going to be traveling towards DFW, they might see a few flurries, but it's going to be nothing that'll stop the flights. At least that's what it looks like right now. Canton out there towards Trades Day, they are getting some of that snowfall also. But around here, around our area at the moment, being about 120 miles away from the nearest snow flurry right now, we have dry conditions, but we are watching what's happening out there because it may move into our area over the next few hours or so. Satellite and radar composite, mainly just fair conditions now, but we'll cloud up later on as the next disturbance moves in, and then another one after that for the end of the weekend. Shreveport Bossier, we've got some sun, some clouds, and it is a chilly 25 degrees this morning. We will have more for you on this forecast and take you into the weekend ahead coming up. Back to you, Shannon.
Right, thanks. Amazon is discontinuing its app store for Android devices. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, say goodbye to Amazon's App Store on Android. It's being shut down in August, along with the coin's digital currency, but the App Store isn't going away entirely. Amazon says it will still operate on its own devices, such as Fire TV and Fire Tablet. Apple's visual intelligence is reportedly coming to the iPhone 15 Pro with the next software update. The feature works a lot like Google Lens, using AI to analyze anything you point your camera at in real time. It's already available on the newest iPhone 16 series. And a milestone for ChatGPT. The chatbot has reached 400 million weekly active users. That's double the number recorded 8 months ago. The COO of ChatGPT's developer, OpenAI, says they're now serving 5% of the world each week. That's great and all, but nothing compared to the 1,760-yard rock I found. Now that's a real milestone. Those are your Tech Bites.
Welcome back to First News. I'm Shannon Brenius.
And I'm Nate Fluharty. Thanks a lot for starting your day with us. It's time for us to jump into our top business headlines, including a new sweet treat coming to Taco Bell.
And Amazon is beating out Walmart for the first time. Let's go to Maribel Aber, who's at the Money Desk, for more on these stories. Good morning, Maribel.
Hey, good morning, Shannon and Nate. Amazon has surpassed Walmart in quarterly revenue for the first time. The online giant rang up $187.8 billion in sales last quarter. That was better than the $180.5 billion that Walmart pulled in for the same period. Now, Amazon's revenue was being boosted by its cloud computing, advertising, and seller services businesses. On an annual basis, Walmart still leads Amazon and is projected to bring in about $709 billion for the fiscal year versus about $701 billion for Amazon. Meta's top executives are in line to get bigger bonuses this year. The company has approved a plan allowing its executive officers to receive a bonus of 200% of their base salary. That's up from 75% of the base salary under the previous plan. The new guidelines were disclosed in a corporate filing yesterday. They do not apply to CEO Mark Zuckerberg. And news of the potential larger bonuses comes just a week after Meta began laying off 5% of its workforce. A sell-off on Wall Street yesterday as investors worried about inflation and Walmart's disappointing sales outlook. The Dow took the biggest hit. It was down 450 points. Walmart shares were a drag on the Dow. They were down 6.5%. NASDAQ dropped 93 points and the S&P 500 fell 26 points. Local stocks that move included shares of Kroger, which fell 1.6%, and Johnson Controls International was down 1.7%. Among the Magnificent Seven big name tech stocks, Tesla fell 1.7%, Amazon was down 1.6%. A report on manufacturing is due out today, and the latest on existing sales homes is also expected. This morning looks like a future showing a loss. Dow futures, a gain. Dow futures up 51 points, the S&P up about a point, NASDAQ up about 24 points. There's a deal in the energy drink business. Celsius is buying rival Alani Nu in a deal valued at $1.8 billion. Alani Nu pitches itself as a low-calorie fitness aid and has built its brand through partnerships with influencers, including Kim Kardashian. For Celsius, the acquisition is a move to try and boost growth. While energy drink sales have been climbing, Celsius growth has slowed over the last year, according to data from Nielsen IQ. Okay, Taco Bell has a new addition to its dessert lineup. The chain is selling birthday cake churros for a limited time. Taco Bell has partnered with dessert company Milk Bar on treats, and the crispy churros are filled with birthday cake frosting and topped with pink confetti sprinkles. They're selling for $1.99. You can get a pack of 2 for $2.99.
It is right now about 6:33, and we have on our Mega 3 Storm Team Doppler radar some snow falling, not here, but way out there, out west in Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, it is snowing there. You can see the snow moving from west to east at about 20, maybe 25 miles per hour. That snow is light, but it is definitely out there, and some of it's probably going to roll our way. We might get a little bit out towards Tyler and Longview later this morning, but our air is pretty dry, so it may start to fall apart. Whatever little bit of that disturbance tries to move in, it might kind of start to ease up a little bit, and then it fades away into the sunrise, as it were. Downtown Fort Worth, actually, we have now Dallas and Fort Worth. You can see the snow falling. You can see a little bit more of it now than you could earlier, but this is their little bit of a surprise snowfall, I'm sure, for those folks too. And once it arrives here, don't be surprised on that morning commute or shortly thereafter by 8, 9 a.m. You start to see a little bit of that across your neck of the woods. But our main system we're watching is up here into Colorado. That is going to be the next front that's going to be rolling our way to bring us a better chance of some rain by about Sunday. By then, our temperatures will be well above freezing, so we won't have to worry about any of that. Between Sunday and today, we've got sunshine tomorrow, and then clouds and rain out there on Sunday. It's not going to take over the entire area. It's not going to be a complete washout of Sunday, though, but we are expecting some wet weather. Rain chances right now somewhere around 30%. Satellite and radar back here at home across the entire area. You can see some clouds trying to move through, and you can see that little disturbance out there around I-20 just east of Dallas. Okay, what we have, Texarkana, mostly cloudy skies there now. It is 23 degrees. Winds are northeasterly at around 8, and across the rest of our area, we're mostly in the low 20s. So bundle up, stay warm this morning, and for the rest of the day, because we are going to see improving temperatures, but not so much, though, not like what we want yet. We'll make it up to about 42 this afternoon. We'll climb a little bit more than that over the weekend. I'll have details in your 7-day at 6:43. Nate, Shannon?
All right, Brian, thank you. It is 6:36. Coming up next, we'll see how a baby's first steps in Bossier City are going viral.
How about that? But first, we do want to salute the contributions of African Americans with the help of Bossier Parish High School students.
Hi, I'm Rael Gibson, a 12th grader at Bossier High School. Did you know Phyllis Wheatley was the first African American to publish a book of poetry in 1773? Enslaved and self-taught, she inspired generations by proving the power of Black intellect and artistry.
Now, KTBS 3 News continues.
All right, here's a feel-good story for you today. A baby's first steps in Bossier City are getting national recognition.
Yeah, because why not? We all like to show off our baby's first steps,
Sure.
but this is really taking the cake. ABC's David Muir takes a look at how it was all caught on tape for Mom to see.
In the northwest corner of Louisiana, in Bossier City, the remarkable milestone caught on a preschool's video camera, a child's first steps. Watch the bottom right corner closely there. That's 12-month-old Lily Kate Pontiff, standing up, holding onto the table leg, and then bravely letting go. Slowly, carefully putting one foot right there in front of the other, Lily Kate taking her very first steps. Her teacher, you can see Shakira Short, noticing and cheering Lily Kate on, clapping her hands and telling Lily Kate to walk toward her. Another step, her proud teacher rocking back and forth, a teacher overjoyed. Afterward, that teacher calling up mom Lauren, who was at work, and telling her she's not going to believe what just happened. And right here tonight,
hi, David.
That proud teacher, Shakira.
When I looked up and saw her taking her first steps, it was exciting.
And joining us too,
hey, David.
Mom Lauren and Lily Kate, and her big sister Sailor, proud of Lily Kate's first steps.
I just couldn't help but fight back tears seeing how excited and happy and supportive Shakira was.